I like fielding your questions because it helps me put together content for the future, and as I'm putting together these new websites, it helps me put that together. One thing I want to drop with you guys today is that the door to success swings inward. Okay? There's no like outward success. Everything about success, change, getting where you want to go, it's all internal. It all comes from within. You've got to understand that. There's a really awesome quote from John Mayer. I heard it when I was a kid and it stuck with me. I was like 14 when I heard it, and he's like, stay in a few nights. Like, trust me, the parties get better. And what he was transmitting in that message was like, don't worry about what everyone else is doing. If you've got to be banging on your craft and you've got to be, just doing you for an extended period of time, don't worry about it. Just continue working on your craft. Continue beating away at it. What makes some people successful and other people just average or get nowhere in life is two things, twofold. One, language. Unsuccessful people use words like maybe, someday, I wish, I hope. All of these things are empty, completely pointless words. Successful people do one thing differently besides not using that language. They adapt and change, consciously change their habits. They consciously think about subjectives and they change their habits. So if their wake-up time's not working for them, if their diet's not working for them, if the people around them are not working for them, they're constantly looking at that and making things so that they're habitual, right? Like, if you're going to be successful, you're going to accomplish anything, you've got to adapt to successful habits. With that, you've got to take in good stuff. You can't be taking in crap, junk, stuff that people like bring to you and then expecting that not to filter through you and then transmit itself into the results. So if you want awesome outcomes, you've got to have awesome incomes, right? So it's like you got to take in good food if you want to have a great body. Can't be taking in junk and then expecting to have six-pack abs. It works just like that with like your mental game. It works like that with your education. And that leads into like my last and final point today, which is you've got to be extremely proactive in who you allow to be around you. And that is when you've got negative people around you, or you've got just negativity that comes to you, or it doesn't feel right from the beginning, you've got to call it. You can't be like, you can't move forward with that and hope that it gets better. So example of this, I'm trying to get off-site, which is my boat. It's over that way, right? Off-site is what I call my victory boat. When that boat has twins on it, twin engines, and we're chilling in the Bahamas, you'll know that I came out of it, right? Like I got to where I wanted to go. That's like my 1 year plan, is to have that boat like mint, crisp, like twins, a generator, an ice maker, like everything on that thing, like 3D sonar, like the whole freaking everything. Like I just want it to be, because none of my buddies have like gotten to the point where like we have straight up offshore capabilities, and I want that boat to have straight up offshore capabilities. Nonetheless, I call a guy and I'm looking for an engine rebuilder. I'm looking for a really, really good engine rebuilder. And I call this guy because his work looks great. He's got good reviews. However, okay, somebody want to say hi? I'll be in 1 minute. Say hi. So I call this guy and immediately he's just like, well, I mean, the Yamaha, this, that. He's just negative, negative, negative. And so immediately I was like, you know what? Probably not the guy I want to be working with, trying to put twin engines on a boat that didn't come with twin engines. Probably not the guy that I want to like, deal with the whole time. I was also dealing with like a lawyer, similar thing. I had a case where I had to hire a lawyer for something, and like within the first 5 minutes, she was just like, well, I don't know about this and that, and this could be difficult and that could be difficult. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to work with you. Like, I just don't want that around. So think about that. Think about the stuff that you're taking in, the music that you're listening to, the books that you're listening to. Hopefully, if you guys are lawn and landscape guys, if you guys are in my industry, and you guys have nothing but time on your hands when you're at work, I hope to God you guys have your earbuds and you've got your podcast loaded up and you've got a subscription to Audible and that you're eating through books. Because if you're not, if you're just listening to like Lil Wayne and the Ching Chang Gang like all day long, you're not going anywhere in life, which is fine because you can just be a laborer your whole life, I suppose. But if you want to be doing stuff and you want to be moving forward, you've got to find a way to develop habits that other people don't have. I call it Truck University. I use my truck to educate myself all day long. I listen to music, don't get me wrong, but like I cruise through podcasts. I cruise through audiobooks. I get through a lot of stuff that other people are listening to radio commercials and like they're just missing out. So hope you guys have an awesome day and that your week strong at OnSiteTrav.com. That's going to be a new website, new email. I'd like to hear from you guys. I'd like to get your feedback. All these periscopes are in the process of getting loaded to that website. So I'm really freaking jazzed about that. I'm making a big shift. I'm trying to go like 50% of all my time into information content creation stuff. So have a great weekend. Talk to you later.